Hello everyone and welcome back to Nekojishi. Last time we were here... Why did I close my notes? Last time we were here, the boys were getting interviewed, I cheated on my math test, and Kitten returns, to my disappointment. It's Friday night and once again Senpai is sitting in the cafeteria waiting for me. Liao, it's weekend tomorrow. You know what that means. How should I know what that means? Well, it means that we should go on a date. Senpai, what kind of date are you talking about? It's not like we're in a relationship. As bothersome as he is, I'm kinda happy to see Senpai so upbeat. He even took the effort to come and wait for me. You should go on a date before you get in a relationship. Isn't that normal? You can't expect to date someone without getting to know them first. We already know each other very well. Senpai, stop making up excuses. Since I'm not staying at Liao's home, the least he can do is spend the weekend with me. Liao, please. Senpai's dejected eyes look at me, tears welling up. My heart doesn't have the strength to disappoint him. Weak. This time, I want to date all alone with Liao, without Kulao and the old man, just me and you.
Aye, that's unreasonable. I cannot let the two of you.
Liao, go shopping. I want to come. No way! I've been forced out of Liao's home. My family is against me and I'm scared. All I want is a date with Liao. Please, I don't need a third and fourth wheel.
What wheel? Liao doesn't fancy you.
Well, maybe not yet, but that's exactly why I want to go on a date with him.
Kitten, I've known you long enough to create the opinion of I don't want to deal with you.
Isn't this all a bit backwards? Nope, I'm alright. After all, why should you be in a relationship before you even know if you get along together? Which is why we should have a nice date together before either of us makes a decision.
It kind of makes sense. No, shut up. Shut up, Liao.
So Liao, let's have a date.
Should I go on a date with Senpai?
Yeah, I want to.
No. How many times do I have to deal with this? I don't want to.
Sorry, Senpai. I'd rather not. What? You're turning me down?
It's not like that. I'm really happy that you want to go on a date with me. Not really. It's just that you're a really good friend of mine, Senpai. I don't want that to change because we're dating.
What about a date between two good friends?
If it's as friends, it's not a date.
How about just spending time hanging out?
That's better, but wouldn't you just think of it as a date anyway?
Still no?
Senpai, I like being able to spend with you, not really. Going to school, eating dinner, but dating something completely different. I can barely deal with you as a friend. How am I supposed to deal with you as a romantic option? If I agree to help you in Miao Li, what point would there be in dating Shu-Chi?
So, you'd agree to go to Miao Li as my friend? That's another question. Just say it, I want to know. Fine. As I said, let's not rush it. If Liao doesn't want it now, I can wait. There's no point in me staying here, eating dinner, and just pretending nothing happened. I'll be heading off now. Alrighty, Liao. See you on Monday.
Wait, Senpai. Senpai bolts away as fast as the wind can take him. I thought we got over this. We should eat together. Regardless, he wouldn't have stayed after being turned down. He said as much. Sorry. I apologize knowing full well Senpai can't hear me and never will. Lost, I shuffle into the cafeteria and take a seat. Every Sunday, our club holds self-practice.
Not many people turn up this week due to midterms. At least it's really a great way to relax for the people who finish early, which is why I decided to come today. However, I didn't expect to see Senpai here. After yesterday's things were a bit awkward, but we somewhat managed to say hi. The club leader starts to go over the dance we're doing for our next show. I do my best to learn it, but I doubt I'll end up performing on stage. Leopard's with me and he absolutely puts his everything into the routine. He follows on flawlessly. He'd be great on stage, even if he'd scare some people at first. Alright everyone, I want to see you guys try it by yourself. Just let me know if you need a hand or ask one of our senior students up front. They've done the routine before. Senpai's one of the guys standing at the front. When did he get the chance to learn today's routine? He's been with me the whole time before exam break. There hasn't been any club meeting since.
Liao, you alright? You're kinda spacing out over there. If you're stuck, I'm happy to go through it with you.
Senpai begins to get in position for the first move. It's fine, I was just thinking to myself.
Well, while you're here, you should take it as a chance to relax. Alright, ready? Let's start.
Senpai ends up forcing me to practice with him. Leopard comes over to dance with us too. Their moves flow in sync while mine pale in comparison. I know Senpai's been practicing for years, but how did Leopard get so good? Oh no. This is when the comparisons start and he's gonna end up, like, putting, like, what is the word? He's gonna get more self-conscious and then he's gonna screw up more. Really gonna kill the dream, man. I can hardly keep up. I'm frustrated with myself, but I know I can't really be expected to manage this on my first few times through. It's just too advanced. The best I can do is kind of jump around, vaguely following along as I piece everything together.
That's not right. It's like this, see?
Liao, look at me. Why is Leopard teaching me now? My self-confidence falls apart entirely as they tear my dancing to shreds. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. At least some stuff gets easier after they break them down, but even knowing how they perform the hardest parts are still beyond my skills. One part's basically just showing off, and it's not like I can do anything amazing. After all, this is meant to be for the end-of-year performance. It's not like it's going to be easy. I don't have Senpai's agility, let alone be dance in the face of laws of physics like Leopard. I try and try. In the end, I just decide to give up. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I can't do it.
Alright, that's enough. Just take a break.
Liao, again. For some reason, Leopard really wants me to try again. I don't get it, but he really does earnestly want me to try, so I decide to give it one more go for him. I get up to a hard part. I know I can't do it, but I might as well anyway. Huh? Wait, that worked?
What?
What? Hold on, My body feels light as if my weight had left my limbs. I'm not even able to pull off a handstand spin perfectly without even having to worry about balancing my momentum. Ah, I'm possessed! Moving into the second half, I breeze through the hardest part of the routine as if it didn't faze me at all. But this is my body. Before I was just surprised by what happened, but it's all just impossible. There's no way I can do this, but how is this? Before I work out what's going on, I manage to finish routine. As I hold the final pose, I hear a wave of applause shower me from everyone in the room. Wow, Liao, you did great! How did you learn it so fast? Oh no, the pressure. You must have been secretly practicing this whole time. I knew Shu-Chi-senpai was. The last guy was quickly pulled to the side by someone else. I stand there confused and out of breath. I know I couldn't possibly have pulled that off. There's no way I could just learn all of it just like that. What's going on? Senpai looks on with a face of embarrassment. Tiger, on the other hand, is furious. What happened?
Oh, Liao, you danced so well. Come here.
Someone in the crowd wolf whistles at us, but I follow Senpai over to a corner anyway.
Liao, you've crossed the line.
What did you do? Did I not tell you to not touch Liao, or what? Did you think it didn't matter as long as you didn't do something evil?
Wait, what did he do to me?
Liao, Kulao just took control of your body. Didn't you notice?
What? I know I couldn't have done that myself, but I was controlled. I didn't notice anything. I guess it kind of felt like my body was moving by itself, but it also really did feel like I was in control. I didn't think about it that much.
Can not do?
Well, a bit of help is fine, but you didn't even let him do anything by himself. I don't really care, but you props pissed off the old man.
Of course.
It would have been better to help him out when he's back home, though. What do you think is going to happen now that everyone has seen him dance so well? What happens when he messes it up next time?
I've told you to think about the consequences of your actions. Did you not think about the other people around you? What is wrong with you? Would you wish for Liao to never perform in front of others again? Or would you rather dance for him from now on? Maybe you'd rather attend every dance club meeting on Liao's behalf. Do you understand what you just did?
Drop it, old man. It doesn't really matter. I'll just tell them I've been teaching Liao.
Liao danced unreasonably well just now. How could you implore them to believe you after witnessing that? Will they not look for another reason? What if they leap to some odd conclusion? Even if they believe your story about teaching him kitten, it would only serve to add to the rumors about your relationship. You fool. If you were ever to think about the consequences, how can you call yourself a god worthy to lead anyone? Look at what you've done. Liao might have to quit his club over this. You've put Liao's dreams in jeopardy. You may even have ruined them.
I can't really say anything about this. I don't know if you'd be able to, like, spin a whole thing like, oh, it was a one-time thing. Like, how are you supposed to get away with that?
Ruined Liao's dream?
I don't think it's that serious. It's just gonna be, well, awkward. At the very least, I won't be able to practice that routine during club time anymore. Enough people saw me that it wouldn't make sense if I sucked at it next time. But what if they asked me to be in the end of semester performance? I'll be forced to beg Leopard to help me. They might just think I'm really good now and ask me to perform at every show, and I'll just be asked over and over again, and then you're gonna have to practice extra hard. No time for anything else, only practice. Until you get it right. Dancing is about your ability to coordinate and move in rhythm. It's just gonna be really weird for me to struggle after doing all of that flawlessly. My head hurts just thinking about how to explain it to everyone. I mean, it's not that bad. Worst case, I just leave dance club. It's not like I couldn't just learn dancing anywhere.
Do you really expect to become proficient without a teacher, let alone a venue? If you did leave, would you pay for your resources? For those resources?
You're just exaggerating. I should be able to work past this.
Sure, you might be able to get away this time, but what about next and after that? Aborigine, I knew you were trouble during the math exam. Now you've just proved me right.
Ooh, was that because of me? I thought I told him it was bad after. But I guess, like, I did sort of mix it. Like, oh no, that's bad. Oh, but help me?
If you cannot figure out how the modern world functions, you shouldn't get in the way of others. Who knows what you'll interfere with next? You're just getting in the way of Liao's life.
Hey, old man, calm down for a sec.
Leave me be. I don't care what this kitten says.
I'm not a kitten.
I can't let this continue. If something like this were to happen again, who knows if it could be mended. It's not worth the risk to allow you to stay. Now I will only tell you one more time. Liao has no obligation to help you, and he has no obligation to have you by his side. If you are to interfere with his life, you are better off keeping your distance, for Liao's sake. Understood?
Tiger, don't be so fierce with him.
Liao, do not talk back to me. If you heard me clearly, you should know what to do.
Hey, just drop it. The old man's just angry right now. You should...
Understood.
Leopard.
I leave.
Oh, hold on, you... Before I can stop him, Leopard's gone. He vanished. I couldn't work out which way he went, even if I wanted. Ugh. Tiger, that wasn't necessary.
Liao, I'm sorry. It was for your own sake. At least one problem has been solved. You no longer need to worry about going to Wutai.
How could you? He was just trying to help me. He helps me, I help him. Leopard's words suddenly come to my mind. Is that why you wanted to help me today? All of this is because I didn't stop him? If I really had no intentions to go to Wutai, I should have stopped him. I didn't deserve his help, if I was never going to repay him.
I know he just wanted to help you, but he doesn't understand what he's doing. You're the one who gets hurt in the end. It's better to do something before it's too late.
So you just decided to get rid of him? Suddenly I'm hit by everything Leopard's done for me. He always helped me during dance practice. That time he brought me coffee when I was exhausted. He helped me cheat in class even though he knew it was wrong. He protected the tongue blossoms so we could at least take one of them home with us. And he comforted me when I felt sad and alone. I won't even have a chance to say thanks.
I'm sorry. But Liao, this is...
Tiger stopped his sentence there, looking onwards at each other in silence. Everything that needed to be said. It said.
It just...
Wow, this is awkward. Alright, enough is enough. It's not like this has to be the end. Maybe Kulao will come back. The old man can clear things up and Liao would have plenty of time to talk, right? There's no need to worry so much.
Maybe, but what if he doesn't come back? I want to go home.
That's a good idea. Liao's probably not in the mood for practice anyway. Which means I should probably take this chance to tell you. I've asked for the day off class tomorrow. I'll be leaving tonight. You know, to go have a big fight with my family. Fun times. Yan Shu-Chi's on bad terms. I really don't know how bad it's gonna get, but that's just how it is. And I plan to take this as my chance to leave him for good.
What? Why so suddenly?
It's not out of nowhere. I've seen this coming for days. It's just been getting more intense. I have to face it sooner or later. That's why I need to go back for a few days. This is Yan Shu-Chi's family affair. You can't get involved.
But at least partially this is because of me, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but you getting involved with them will just make things worse. I'll manage by myself, I'll do it. You just won't be able to see me for a few days, that's all. You should just go home now.
But senpai... My heart turns over itself inside me, a mess of feelings where I don't know what to do.
I think we should go now.
Oh, yeah. Even later that night, Leopard hadn't come home. It's late and I'm awake, I just don't feel like doing anything. So I just sit at my computer scrolling through page after page, not really reading anything, doing what essentially amounts to nothing.
Sorry, Liao.
Why the sudden apology?
I was too excited. There was no need for me to be forceful with him. I was too excited. I finally had a reason to kick him out. Another one down.
I never thought you would say that.
I just wanted to get rid of him. I saw my opportunity and took it.
Wow. So you drove him away.
Liao, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
Do I look upset? Because I am upset. Leopard left without a word and Senpai's going now as well. How could I not care? I don't blame Tiger for it. He's never been the one who wanted them to be in here in the first place. He was just provoked. I should have been the one to step in there. And I guess it just feels like I've lost something important. I literally just stood there. I didn't say anything. I let Tiger walk all over me. Because he's so big and strong and scary. It's all just happened so suddenly.
Liao, would you rather they came back?
I want Leopard back, not so much Kitten. Things were just happier when they were around, as dumb as that sounds. I'm lonely, and people are hanging out with me. Of course, I want them back. But maybe they were just being nice to me because they wanted me to help them, right? Did I really have any intentions to help them? It'd just be wrong to feel good for what they did for me. I'd just be taking advantage of them.
Is that really what's important? Did you not enjoy their company?
Well, there's a lot of things to think about other than whether I just like them around or not, and I'm conflicted.
Liao, if you wish, I can get them back. At least the Aborigine.
No, don't. He'll come back if he wants to. Asking him doesn't feel right.
Liao, do you think I'm too forceful?
It's fine. It's just a part of who you are. Nah, kind of. Saying it's fine isn't much of an answer. It's yes or no. Yes, he is forceful, and he needs to be aware of that.
Do you see me as too controlling?
A little, but I know it's only because you care about me.
If you were to choose, would you rather not see us anymore?
Don't talk like that. You're my only friends.
Would you wish to stay with me and only me? I've given a lot of thought about it, as to how things would be if you were to go home. The other guardian tigers are very traditional. Honestly, you'll probably be bothered by them more than anything. If you were to not go back, you are still a son of the Lin family. Could you really distinguish yourself from them forever? I'm certain that driving your family away is not the best for you. As such, I cannot accept you leaving for either Mao Li or Wu Tai. When the Aborigine controlled your body, I was furious.
Why?
You are a Jitong. What he did was almost possession. I couldn't let that go by.
Was it almost? Wouldn't it just technically be exactly that?
In truth, he was moving your body with spirit power. It's not the same.
Oh. Well, that explains why he was still standing in front of me. I should have took that into consideration.
But my feeling still stands. After all, it is a method one would use someone with weak spiritual power such as your brother. Watching as he manipulated your body as if you were his, I couldn't take it. Alas, I doubt you understand all of this, and I know he meant you no harm, it's just...
Tiger, I'm sorry.
Now you're the one apologetic.
I haven't been thinking about how you feel.
No, it's fine. I'm a god. It's my duty to protect my worshippers. They shouldn't be worrying about our feelings.
How isn't it? We take care of our temples for the gods, clean them, repair them, give them sacrifices. I've been thinking about you even before I could see you, but ever since I knew you were there, it got weird. It feels like all I've cared about is myself. I've never really seriously considered what you wanted or needed. I mean, before he appeared, it was basically like, I don't want to follow the same religion as everyone else, as the rest of the family. I want to do something else entirely. And then Tiger comes in and it's just like, and then the others come in and like, how are you supposed to manage that, especially when Liao, doesn't seem to have a firm grasp on what he wants.
You're so mature, Liao.
Tiger pats my head. Hey, you don't need to treat me like a kid.
But you're all children to us. Not only you, but your father and even your grandfather as well. Human life is short after all.
It's weird. I'm in college.
Alright. I'll treat you like an adult from now on. How does that sound?
Well, kinda sounds patronizing. What does that mean?
Oh, you see? This month's offerings are on you. Does that please you?
You just want me to buy stuff for you, like, literally every other time. I'm basically your sugar daddy. What? Don't be all like, oh, you want to take the responsibilities of an adult? You want me to treat you like an adult and not a kid? Anyways, can you buy me this book?
Isn't that the responsibility of an adult?
I'm still living on an allowance.
Well, you told me to treat you like an adult.
It sounds more like you want to bully me. Tiger, this is why I didn't choose you. I can deal with you more than I can Kitten, but you're still a little bit like... If you weren't so buff, I would fight you.
But in all seriousness, Liao, now that they're gone, if you ever feel alone, I'll do my best to cheer you up, okay?
Wow, thanks, Tiger. Well, cheer me up and we'll see.
What, you don't believe me?
Because despite his age, my guardian tiger's a grumpy old man.
I'll still take good care of you.
Thanks. It sounds like I'm the one who's supposed to be taking care of you. You old fart. Tiger strokes his paw through my hair gently.
Now, I believe it's getting late. Time for bed, then.
Yeah. Tiger's the only one here, so he sleeps with me tonight. It's my first time sleeping with Tiger. I'm a little nervous, after all. He's massive. He basically takes up the whole single bed. There's nowhere left for me to sleep. We adjust again and again, but no matter what, I always find myself in his arms. I'm a bit shy, but... Tiger's arms embrace me from behind, as if he were hugging me tight, protecting me from danger.
What do you mean, as if? He is. That's what an embrace is.
It feels really nice.
I'm so sad. I'm so sad and alone.
On Monday, college resumes like usual. All in all, it was just a normal day until Leopard made a surprise visit as I left my afternoon lesson. At this point, it's safe to assume he's memorized my timetable. Leopard, I was worried you wouldn't come back. I'm so glad.
I return. Apologize to Liao.
Apologize? It's fine. Really, there's nothing you should feel sorry for. It's actually my fault for not being firm on the certain issues, such as cheating. I accept your apology. To be sure, I wasn't mad at you in the least.
Must still apologize.
It's fine.
Liao, no class. Come with me.
Yeah, sure. Is something wrong?
Apologize.
I think he wants to make it up to me. Alright then, I'll spend some time with him. Leopard leads me to the mirror wall where everything happened yesterday.
Liao, bad dancer. Let Liao dance. Practice. Become better dancer.
Oh, you don't have to hit me where it hurts, Leopard. Okay, I just want to make sure. So basically you want me to practice yesterday's routine to help me get better?
Yes. Not bad. If Liao can perform it himself, there would be no reason for anyone to be suspicious. All he needs to say is that he's been practicing in secret.
I guess that could work. He wants me to practice. It was exhausting to even try yesterday. I don't know if I'm up for it. The routine is far from what I would call easy. But he wants to make everything right. How could I turn him down? I might not be able to do it, but I might as well try. At the very least, this might even improve things between Leopard and Tiger. Leopard starts to teach me. At first he controls me like before, letting my body build up muscle memory as I move through the steps. Then I get time to run through it on my own. Leopard lending me a hand when I falter on the hard parts.
Still cheating.
With the assistance of his powers, I quickly memorize the steps, but I still have trouble keeping up. We keep on trying, slowly building up my speed one run through at a time. An hour passes before my body starts to give out on me, my muscles burning, screaming out for rest. My determination is all that gets me to the end of the routine one more time before I finally collapse in exhaustion. I think I actually got through that. Whoa, is that enough?
Liao cannot go any further, that's enough. Yes.
Leopard nods at me then walks off. When he comes back, there's a drink in his paw. This time it wasn't coffee, but instead cool, refreshing fruit juice. I ended up teaching him how to use the vending machine after last time, so he probably got some money from the wallet in my jacket draped over the nearby chair. I guzzled down some juice and wiped the sweat from my forehead. Leopard quietly watches me drink, but it feels like he's got something serious on his mind. What is it? Something you want to tell me? I've known him for a while now, so I can pretty much read him like a book. He didn't answer, neither did he move. Maybe he's contemplating whether he should go home with me or not. If he does go, I don't want it to happen like it did yesterday. We need to at least make things clear, but I really can't do that here, not without the chance of someone seeing me talk to myself as I walk by. It's getting dark, and I really need to take a shower. I think it's time we head back, yeah? I try to keep my tone casual and cheerful, doing my best to make Leopard feel welcome.
Liao will worry if not going home.
Maybe.
If you are referring to Liao going back to his hometown, of course he will. Even if he wants to help you, he must go back. Go home. Cannot go to Wutai.
We might still find a way, but it won't be easy. I doubt I could stay there very long, even just winter and summer breaks. I'm not even sure if my family would let me go after graduation.
Not to mention his exams.
That's why I said it might just be during winter and summer break. I could go for a week or two at a time, and my family would probably give me some trouble over that.
Can't be Oracle?
If I needed to be there every day, I wouldn't be able to. I really want to help you, but there's no way I can stay in Wutai long term.
Liao.
Yeah?
I need Oracle.
I know, but...
Liao do not need to come.
Really? But...
I borrow power from Liao.
Power? What power?
With power I can communicate. It doesn't have to be Liao. Hey, what are you talking about? Liao's power is... Sorry. I need it, Liao. Please, lend me.
Oh shit! Leopard reaches his paw out in front of me. I don't understand what he's doing, but it makes me uncomfortable.
Stop!
Tiger charges towards me, prepared for his attack. Leopard shoots out a flash of lightning from his paw. Ooh, damn!
Ah!
As the dust clears, I begin to see Tiger's figure from behind. He looks back to smile at me. Tiger!
It's nothing, I'm fine.
It's like, damn, I know this is a serious moment right now, but ooh! I just can't, the words.
Hey, you, what are you thinking? Are you aware that if you take Liao's power... I know. Then why?
I'm confused, because I thought Leopard was the one who... Did Leopard only, like, activate Liao's power? Like, there's potential in there, and he was like... Now you can see! I have opened the doors.
No choice. I was wrong about you, but I refuse to let you succeed. Liao is my worshipper, so don't even dream yourself worthy of taking advantage of him. You cannot win. Ha! Even if that's the case, how could a god ever abandon their worshippers? Neither will I.
Leopard looks at me coldly, a severe expression of desperation that I could hardly believe was his. Why?
I am sorry.
Leopard raises his paw once more.
Liao, move back!
A crackling sound sends me backwards as I hurriedly move to block my face with my arm, squinting my eyes shut tight. When I open my eyes and the dust clears, I see Tiger before me, leaning down on one knee. Leopard walks towards me.
No!
Tiger lurches from the floor, moving to shield me with his body.
Liao, run! I can't stop him!
But you'll...
Don't worry, I'm a guardian tiger after all. Run! I will not.
Ouch. That you would hurt someone like this in broad daylight.
Who?
What? Who the frick are you?
Hynos, on service to the city gods 12. Are you an aborigine god? Why do you battle with this guardian tiger? What terrible behavior. Are you attempting to hurt this young man? The middle of the day and on a school campus nonetheless. Under these circumstances, are you not going too far? I just want to help my people. How does that have anything to do with hurting others? I need Liao's power, but Liao does not come. That is to say, you attacked just because this young man refused your help? I need Liao's power. And to such end you would rather be our enemy? I need Liao's power. It appears as though you have nothing else to say, in which case, I shall be your opponent.
As Hynos blocks the path between me and Leopard, Tiger takes advantage of the diversion, taking hold of my arm as we head home as fast as we can.
I knew it. That aborigine really was no good.
How could he? I love Leopard, and I can't believe he would turn on me like that. I mean, I know Liao was being, like, super indecisive. I still can't believe that he attacked me. I look towards Tiger, his clothes worn and torn. I can't deny what happened. Tiger's body. He's a spirit, so how were his clothes damaged by Leopard's attacks? Shouldn't it be... whatever, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not complaining. What should we do?
As much as I wish to protect you by myself, I am afraid that it is beyond my reach. Liao, it may be wise to seek the assistance of the city god.
The city god?
Correct. The fox spirit from earlier claimed to associate with the city god. Which city god I am not sure, but Shanghai is the most prominent in Taipei. Some obscure aborigine god known by scarce few would have little chance against them.
But would they help us? It's awkward. I'm a worshipper of Mazu, a completely different system of city gods. Why would they see any need to help me?
No matter what, a good person in need of help would not be ignored. Once you are there, they should protect you as a matter of upholding the peace of the temple, a simple solution.
So they might attack Leopard?
Not unless he causes trouble, which he would be wise to not do.
Didn't a servant of the city god just pick a fight with him?
Do we really have time for this now? Your safety is more.
No, I don't want. Just give my body to Leopard. I don't care anymore. No, I want to believe in him. There must be some kind of misunderstanding. Leopard, Liao would never hurt me.
He just attacked you.
Did we ever give him a chance to explain himself? What if we're wrong?
What if we are not?
This isn't right. This isn't who he is. Haven't you noticed it? I hesitated earlier, but there has to be something wrong. I need to talk to him.
Don't be a fool. Liao, you are risking your own life.
Sure, but if we go to the temple, won't Leopard just end up fighting the 12 subordinates of Shanghai? It could turn into a war between the Aboriginal and Han gods. Not to mention, Kulao would be hurt. I want to make sure.
What a foolish move. As I said, I cannot defeat him. If he attacks you again, saving you may be beyond my ability.
I've been completely dedicated to just being on Leopard's side. I'm not gonna turn and not continue to do that, so no thanks. I believe in him. I have to take that chance.
Fine. If that is what you insist, I will be here with you. For now, I must focus and gather my strength. Even if it only increases our chances a little, it is what I must do. So do leave me be in the meantime.
Tiger enters a statue, leaving me alone in my room with just myself and my nerves. I say I want to believe in Leopard, but I'm still scared. Does he really want to kill me? I can't deny that he tried. He tried in spite of all our time together this past month. He was desperate. I really can't believe that. I take a seat and try to calm my mind, waiting for the moment where my faith in Leopard is tested. Soon enough, a knock sounds from the door. It startles me for a moment. Is he here? Why would he knock? He was polite even now. I honestly would have just expected him to come in. Tiger appears from his statue. The nervous look on his face is apparent. It must be Leopard. Tiger and I exchange a glance. He nods slightly and I open the door. Liao, you.
Sorry. Bear with me. It won't hurt long.
What is he talking about? Frightened, I take a tentative step away. Tiger takes a chance to stand as a barrier between us. Bruh. You might as well have just appeared through the door and taken my life. Got my hopes up for nothing.
Do not mess this up. Liao wishes to question your intentions, but I have no such trust in you. Should you attack us today, the Han God shall bring reckoning upon you. So consider your actions carefully, Aborigine. Liao's power, important. His power has not to do with you or your plans.
Hold on, Tiger, I have to ask this. Leopard, Liao, do you really want to attack me?
Liao wants to help. If Liao wants to help.
As I said before, I can't.
Then I have to.
Do you know what your plan means?
To thieve Liao's spirit power will result in nothing but his death.
Let's go!
Won't die. I have a way. Don't spout such impossible lies to me. You don't even know the basic properties of the spirit.
Liao wouldn't lie to me.
He say you would not listen.
Suddenly, Leopard raises his paw, his palms glowing, readying an attack that stifles our discussion regardless of what I had to say.
Stop!
Tiger lets out a roar, throwing himself at Leopard. Bright white light flashes, an explosion of energy before me pushing me back a few steps. I open my eyes to find Tiger shielding me behind him, his back arched like a feline about to attack its prey. Leopard floats before us. A variety of objects are drawn into the air around him as if he was a magnet pulling in everything in the room. His spirit powers can do this? Books, bags, clothes, stationery, it's all pulled into his field. Even the floating table in the corner shakes from the force pulling upon it. I feel something gathering, but can't tell what it is. Is it not physical, but the feeling... Oh, it's not physical, but the feeling is very real. Leopard slowly reaches his paw out to Tiger, who continues his grumbled roar, ever increasing in severity. Liao, stop it!
I'm sorry.
The same force as before pushes me away, flinging me into the bookshelf. I can't manage to open my eyes. What's going on? Is this really how everything ends? Game over. A sharp sound pierces my ears before the thud of something hitting the floor, and then the drizzled sprinkle of something shattered and broken. The sound is distinct, as if it was physical. Without hesitation, I force my eyes to open. Only Leopard stands before me. Tiger's gone. Oh no! The statue! He approaches me slowly, but... Was it just Tiger's spirit that went poof? Or did, the statue fall and break? He approaches me slowly, but I couldn't care less for my own safety. I desperately try and find Tiger, but realization hits me as I look down at the floor next to me. The tiger statue lies on the floor and a severe crack running along it. There was no way it could have broken from the low fall it took. Liao, what did you do?
I'm sorry.
Leopard stands closer to me and raises his hand once again. It's a different blue light than before. But I don't care. I stare at Tiger's cracked statue in disbelief. Then the dim blue light surrounds me. It hurts. From my head to my feet, it hurts. I desperately try to feel my body, but all I manage to feel is a fistful of soil. What? Where am I? What's... The last thing I remember was being knocked out by Leopard in my room. But where am I? It looks like a cave. Why am I here? Man, it hurts. The floor beneath me is uneven, and pebbles have left imprints on my hand. Ugh, I feel like I just fell down a flight of stairs. Whoa.
Liao, you're awake.
I'm awake. Where are we?
A cave.
I know it's a cave. Why am I here?
I brought you here.
Brought me here? How did you...
Spirit path.
Right. He said he could take me along the spirit paths with him. If I had to guess, I would have thought that he'd take me to Wutai, but I get the feeling he hasn't. Why did you bring me here?
To convince you.
Convince me? You still want me to be your oracle? It's not that I don't want to, I really can't... Wait. Where's Tiger? Where did he go? I suddenly remember Tiger's cracked statue on the floor. Tiger, is he... How could you?
He's fine.
Fine, he's fine? Wasn't the statue just a vessel? I'm just gonna be like... He probably returned to the temple that he's normally supposed to be at. I don't know how these things work. Fine, he's fine? Then why isn't he here? He should be by my side.
He's here.
Where?
Too weak. You cannot see.
Why can't I see him? Because the statue broke? So, like, he can go, like, a big distance away from the statue, which seems to be, like, his like, anchor? And I guess because his anchor's broken, and I mean, Tiger seemed like he was pretty weak during that fight. I thought he'd be a lot stronger considering he has an entire group of worshippers, but I don't know how that works considering there's apparently multiple tigers, but with the way... Well, he did explain that because he doesn't have a name and stuff, so I don't know. I don't know the difference between I guess the Han gods and how the Aboriginal gods work. Why can't I see him? Leopard, I know your Mandarin is limited, but please be clear with me. How can I trust you if you don't explain this to me? How could I follow you to Wutai?
He's fine. His statue. Broken, but okay. Just weak, you cannot see.
It also wouldn't really put, like, death so easily on a spirit, of all things. You mean to say that he's very weak because his statue is broken? He's so weak that I can't even see him?
Yes.
It's hard to believe. Liao, you couldn't even see him normally before your, like, spiritual powers opened up. And like I said earlier, he's a god. A broken statue, and especially one that is small enough to be on a shelf. That's like tiny transportation. He probably has like a bigger vessel back at the temple or something. It's hard to believe. I feel like outside of being mean to Kitten all the time, that I just like arguing with Liao's thoughts. So his statue's broken? How can he be okay? Seriously, how can I know he's here if I can't even see him?
Keep broken, will disappear.
So if the statue isn't fixed, then he'll disappear? Why does he have to keep repeating stuff? It's like it's not really getting into his brain. I'm just gonna start being mean. I think I've already been mean to Liao, so I don't know.
Takes a long time. You remember him. You don't forget. He won't disappear. Don't worry.
Of course I'm worried. I have to fix him as soon as possible. I need his pieces. I need a little glue. Why did you bring me here? What do you want to do? What do you think he wants to do? Oh my god.
I want Liao's power.
You said that already, so what? Why didn't you take it away when you knocked me out?
Take power away. Liao can't see.
Can't see what?
Can't see me.
And if you couldn't see him, you wouldn't know what the hell's gonna happen to Tiger, and then Tiger would actually die. So you didn't take my power?
I want Liao's power.
I feel like we're kind of going in circles right now.
I also want Liao to see me.
Why do you want me to see you?
I don't know, but I want.
But if I don't become your oracle in Wutai, once you leave you won't be seeing me. To you, will it really make a difference?
Still, I want. Don't want. Never see Liao again.
If anything, it's me who wouldn't be able to see you. But I can't help you. As I said, my family won't let me. You're already here! Who cares at this point? You're not even in the place you're supposed to be right now. You might as well just fucking deal with it. Like, I know this is supposed to be, like, realistic in the sense of things don't just easily go the way you want, especially when you have obligations. But, like, we're already here. You might as well take the time, like, whatever, we're missing. Find me, I'ma say I was stressed. And you know what? You might as well just reveal that since your family already knows about spirits and stuff, you could be all like, yo, I was spirited away and I went on an adventure. So you can understand, right? Adventuring with spirits, solving crimes.
Disappear.
What?
Liao disappear. Come to Wutai. They not know.
You want me to go missing? I understand what you mean, but these days it isn't that easy. The police will be called. I'll be put on a missing persons list. As long as I'm alive, sooner or later someone will find me in Wutai. Whatevers. I had a psychotic break. I ended up in Wutai. Don't ask me how I did it in such a short amount of time. How there was no evidence at all. You want me to run away from home to become an oracle in Wutai, but I won't have anything, not even internet connection. Aren't you taking things too far? Wow, Liao, priorities, huh?
Internet. Important?
I guess so. I mean, I'd at least want to bring my laptop or buy a new one. No matter how remote your tribe is, there has to be electricity and internet, right? Wherever there's a telephone, there's an internet connection. Wherever there's people, there's mobile data towers. After all, they're just the basic needs of modern people. Liao, your priorities? Oh my god. See, this is why the other spirits and stuff were like mocking you, Liao, and calling you a hoe, basically. Liao, you fucking pimpo! As long as I can get online, people will know where I am. I mean, I don't know how they will, but I'm sure they can. Even if I change my identity, there's no way I can hide away completely. Once my parents find out I ran off to Wutai without telling them, things will just get worse. Just say you were spirited away! There, Jatong. Well, I don't see what the issue is. And I mean, if you have to, you could be like, hey Leopard, can you grab my cell phone? Can you like take my cell phone through the spirit whatevers? Then I could be like, sup mom, pa, I got abducted. Sup, but don't worry, it's cool. I'm just getting in touch with my like, the spirit shit, you know?
Liao, can't.
I know you want to help me solve the problems I have with my family, but your idea won't work at all. This is the modern age. Things aren't that easy. I have an internet footprint. You're so reckless. Why didn't you just ask me first? What? Liao, he's been asking this whole time for your help to go to Wutai. But you keep saying, no, I can't. I got family obligations. I got college obligation. I only can come with you in the winter and the summer vacation. Sorry. I know you're desperate, but
Liao won't accept. Ask first.
I guess if he asked me before, I would have just found more reasons to say no to him. See, Liao, you bitch. Stay in this hole and reflect. If anything, you found a way to make me give it a proper thought. Regardless, I still don't want to go, even for Kulao. But you still can't do that. I need more spirits to bully Liao. You shouldn't do things like this. Where are we exactly? I guess this could be a cave in Taipei. Please just take me back home. We need to fix Tiger's statue as soon as possible.
No. No.
No.
Liao goes to Wutai. Have to.
But
I wait for Liao until Liao says yes.
you're gonna stay in this hole until you say yes, goddammit. Wait, here? He nods. You're kidnapping me? Imprisoning me until I agree to your demands? That's a crime. Liao? He is a fucking spirit. He doesn't give a shit. Oh my god, if you weren't such a twink, you would be perfect himbo, but you're the twinkiest one out of these three. You're even twinkier than Kitten. I am so sorry. Is there an equivalent? Is there a twink equivalent to a himbo? Would that be Bimbo? No, because I'm pretty sure that you gotta be thick for that. You don't know what I'm talking about, I know. Even if you force me to say yes, it doesn't change anything. I'll still be found. I'll still be taken home.
I hide Liao. No internet. No one knows.
Not even the people of your tribe?
I find Liao. New Oracle, not a Han. They don't know.
They won't believe that.
Must be Liao. Typhoon coming.
Even if you say so, I still have to go back and work out a plan. This isn't going to work.
No.
Ugh, he's too stubborn. This conversation isn't going anywhere. What do I do? Pretend to give in? Then he'll just take me to Wutai. I don't even know where I am now. What if I'm already close to Wutai? Leopard would probably bring people from his tribe over to meet me, which would make things difficult. Maybe they'd take my side and help me get back home, but they have no reason to believe me. I just don't know what's going to happen. You are already here. The only way you're going to be getting back without walking your ass there and hitchhiking is if Leopard lets you. Leopard isn't going to let you. You might as well give in for the time being and figure it out. You can't go back and be like, oh, I'll make a plan. Because we all know you're not going to make a plan, Liao. You haven't done that since the very beginning. You have been so flip-floppy about it. You have been unhelpful this entire damn time. You are better off in this moment just going along with it. See what happens and figure it out from there, because you have no way of contacting anyone right now and no money. Seriously, Liao, you are driving me insane. Maybe they'd take my side and help me get back home, but they have no reason to believe me. I just don't know what's going to happen. I need to try harder to convince Liao. I can't give in until I have nowhere left to go. First, I need to give him some time to calm down. Liao, can I have some time to think about it?
Liao, take your time. I find food for Liao.
Take your time so Tiger Statue doesn't come back. Shouldn't have got in my way, Tiger. Leopard leaves me alone in the cave. What kind of food could he find? Just thinking about it worries me. Oh no. Larva and mysterious fruit. I mean, I'd eat the fruit probably. Not the larva though, that's really gross. Alright, fasting for 1 day is nothing. I'll hold out no problem. Soon enough the cave fills with the warm orange light of sunset, which then fades away into the cool blue hues of night. He's been gone a while. As if on cue, Leopard returns with some food. Exceeding my expectations, there isn't any raw meat, but instead a bevy of peaches and plums. Oh, hell yeah, that's a feast for me. Politely, I accept the food he brings to me. The plums are juicy, a sweet taste fills my mouth as I bite into them. However, the peaches are green and unripe, bitter, and borderline inedible. The peaches were wrapped in insect-proof netting, probably taken straight from a fruit farm. If he had to steal them, he could have at least picked ripe ones. Considering my situation, I don't have any room to complain. I sit at the entrance to the cave and eat the rest of the plums. Looking out at the moonlit forest I'm trapped in. Unfamiliar with the mountain ranges, all I can guess is that it doesn't feel like the south. Maybe it's the trees or the weather, but I don't think I'm in Wutai. Nevertheless, I still have no idea where I am. The moonlight barely shines through the branches on this cold night. Leopard hunches sitting on a large rock outside the cave, his eyes watching me carefully as if not knowing what to do. I guess he wants to convince me, but doesn't know where to start. I don't have much to say for myself, so we're just here sitting under the moon. It's boring. Time seems to stretch on for eternity without something to spend my time on. Earlier I resorted to using a stone to play knots and crosses on the ground, but I had to quit after dusk. There's nothing to do, and it's just getting colder and colder. As the warmth of day evaporates into the depths of night, everything cools down. The ever-encroaching wind makes its way into the cave, sending me back into one of its innermost corners. My arms are wrapped around my legs as I feel the cold begin to bite through my clothing. I don't even have a jacket. Did you really not, attempt to, gather some sticks? Liao? Seriously? You actually just sat in the cave and waited. You could have at least went out, a few steps out to gather some stuff. 'Cause you know you're gonna be here for a while. Ugh. City boys don't know how to do shit.
Liao very cold.
Mm-hmm. Leopard approaches but soon stops. What did he want to do? Why did he stop? It's so cold I can't think.
Liao, wait for me.
Leopard makes a move to leave but suddenly stops and turns to me.
Don't run.
He didn't even try when it was daylight. I highly doubt he's gonna try when it's nighttime. Leopard disappears once more into the shadows of the night. I wouldn't have thought about it unless he pointed it out, but isn't this a great chance to escape? Babes, you are gonna get so lost. You could barely deal with the cold in this cave right now. I could have even done so earlier when he went to look for food, but you didn't. It'd be too dangerous to adventure through some unknown mountain range without lights or climbing gear. My phone's torch might not last that long either. Wait, you have your phone with you? Did you even check if you have signal? Should I take this chance to escape down the hill? I have to go. This might be my last chance. Yeah, and then get lost and probably die. I have to stay here. It's too dangerous at night. No matter what, it's too dangerous to run out into the mountains at night, even if I escape this prison. What's to save me from the harsh realities of nature? I might even get caught up in a landslide. I need to behave myself and think of another way to get out of this. I bide my time, cold and alone in a cave. Eventually he comes back. He brought my jacket with him. He ran all the way to my apartment and came back again. Oh, you should have grabbed my laptop too. I might not have internet, but at least there's something to do on that thing. I don't think just my jacket is enough for these conditions, though. My quilt would have been better, but it would just end up getting dirty. I take the jacket from Leopard's outstretched paw and put it on. Thank you.
Liao. Sorry.
Are you going to let me go home?
No.
But I'm...
Need Liao. Really.
I know, but... You shouldn't do this. We can go back and think things over. I'm just...
Liao thinking Wu Tai.
Really? He turns his head away, a vexed expression on his face. Is he mad at me? Yeah! Anyone would be mad at you right now, Liao. You're so... What am I supposed to do? Going to Wu Tai won't help anyone. Another awkward silence comes up between us. At least my jacket stops me from shivering. But now I'm left with nothing but my thoughts. Doing nothing is exhausting. In lieu of anything else to do, I lie down and try to fall asleep regardless of how awake I am. I'll be okay sleeping here, won't I? I wonder if Leopard would protect me from any wild animals. I turn to look at him sitting at the entrance of the cave, gazing at the dark night sky. I wonder what he's thinking about. I curl my body up as tight as I can and shut my eyes, drifting off to sleep. Yo, my back would be so messed up. Pain in my bones. Is this Tiger, maybe? Or... Liao, Liao. What, huh? Is someone calling out to me? What is Tiger?
Liao, are you able to hear me?
Tiger, are you okay?
It would be false to say that I was. But that is not vital right now. I lack the strength to appear through your dreams for long.
Appear through my dreams?
Yes, listen carefully. I've contacted the local god of soil and asked him to help disrupt the spirit paths in this area. The Aborigine may be able to use them by himself, but they're certainly too unstable to take you along with him. He cannot take you now, just walk home yourself.
But I don't know where I am.
You're in the Fuxing Township in Taoyuan.
Let me try that again. Fuxing Township in Taoyuan. Holy?
I'm gonna cry.
You're in the Fujing Township in Taoyuan. Be careful and head northwest for 1 hour and you will find buses. After all, I just came this way. Now watch out for road signs pointing back.
Tiger runs through the major landmarks so that I can find my way back to civilization.
Now remember all that?
Absolutely not.
Leave it done and be careful, Liao. The mountains are fraught with danger if you're not cautious.
What do you call... It's not bandits. What do you call those people that catch you on the road? I know there's a word for it, but I can't remember what it is. It's highway robbery. I don't know.
Well, it appears my time is up.
Hang on. Tiger, are you doing okay? How can I help you?
Just fix my statue when you are back. Remember to take it home, then...
Get some of that Gorilla Glue. Pour it all over. Tiger begins to fade before me.
Until next time, take care.
Okay. I got this. No, I don't. I would get so lost. You should not trust me with directions. Suddenly, my mind returns to reality. I'm awake. I open my eyes to find the sun high in the sky. The only thing I remember from my sleep was talking to Tiger, so I was expecting it to still have been in the middle of the night. Scattered sunlight reaches into the depths of the cave, a blinding light straight into my sleepy eyes. Leopard remains sitting there, the exact same position I saw him in before I fell asleep. My wants, feelings, and nerves all mixed up inside me. I don't know how to face him, how to explain this to him. But hesitating now will get me nowhere. What choice do I have? To stay and follow him to Wutai? I can't do that. This is all I can do. I stand and walk to the entrance of the cave. Leopard stands up and speaks.
Liao.
Kulao, I'm leaving.
Leave?
Tiger came to me in my dreams last night. The god of soil here has disrupted the local spirit paths. You can't force me to go to Wutai. So I'm leaving to go home. I want to go home.
Liao. Don't go.
I'm sorry. I turn my back on him and start to walk away. More like ran away from the sounds of it. You just booked it. For a moment I'm scared that he might attack me, but I know he couldn't bring himself to do it last time, and I chose to believe in that. In the end, he does nothing. I walk off and he doesn't even try to chase after me. Tiger's directions are fresh in my mind. I recognize several landmarks as I make a path down the hilly mountain landscape for an hour. My shoes were left at home. With only socks to protect my feet, things start to get dicey when I come across sharp branches and pebbles that dig into the soles of my feet. I just remembered how I didn't tell the dad that they could see spirits. And I don't know how the options stuff work here, if it's only, like, points. Or if it actually branches. Like, if you maintain Leopard's route and you choose to tell the parents, would that, like, change anything? Or what? The trip was a painful one. The more rugged areas leaving my body scratched up and aching, my hands and knees scraped across what feels like countless rocks. But eventually my efforts are rewarded as I finally see an asphalted road ahead of me, civilization. Just like Tiger said, there really was a bus stop here. I have no idea how long it will be until the next bus comes in, but I drag my warm body up to sit nonetheless. I relax for a brief moment before my phone begins to buzz rapidly in my pocket. Taking it out, I realize I'm finally back in service. A dozen message and missed call notifications flood my lock screen. Wait, someone was already looking for me? I didn't think I had anyone close enough to notice. I scroll through and every single message was from Jia Hao. Liao, you okay? Your phone was disconnected when I called earlier. I'm worried. Someone said you looked troubled yesterday, so I thought I might try and talk to you. So is everything alright? Give me a call back when you see this. Oh my god, I do have friends. I can't help but smile as I read Jia Hao's messages. With all the rumors going around about me and Senpai, I've just felt alienated from everyone else at the club. I didn't expect anyone to actually worry about me, especially a member of the Rukai tribe. Yeah, why didn't I think about that earlier? Jiahao is a Rukai. I don't have to be the Oracle. Jiahao can do it. He has to agree to it, of course, but for that he has to believe me, and it's not like I just believe someone who came up and said they can see the gods of my tribe. But maybe, just maybe, Jiahao might trust me. I should at least try. It makes more sense than going to Wutai as a stranger and trying to convince the Rukai people. Except, I just left Leopard. Could I really go back and explain it to him now? I made up my mind to never see him again. Well, here we go. I'll go back. I am once again very flip-floppy. I'm the most wishy-washy. This isn't how I want things to end. I want to see him again. Let's hope this new idea works. I don't really want to be kidnapped again. I look to see the mountain path stretch up before me. I really have to climb back up, don't I? Oh, great. My feet just messed up. I let out a sigh. Well, I'll do what I have to do. I'll make it work somehow. With a few tentative steps, I begin to work my way back up to the mountain. Up the mountain. Eventually, I reach the entrance of the cave just to see Leopard sitting there, crying. Oh, no! What the fuck? It's the first time I've seen him cry. He holds his usual expression even now, but the misery behind his eyes is plain to see. I'm blaming you, Liao. This is your fault. I was perfectly fine with going all the way to a place we don't know to help out a spirit, and you're the one who decided to ditch him. Just looking at him, I feel his torment and his sorrow. Liao. Liao. Hey, I'm back. Liao. What's that face for? Aren't you glad to see me? Glad. Jeez, you really have to be like that. I don't know where to start. Anyways, I came back for you. So, well, like I said, I wanted some time to think over other options. I got one, finally. You know that there's a Rukai boy in my club, right? Jiahao? You've seen him a few times. He nods. So I figured that, well, compared to a Han like me, wouldn't Jiahao be more suitable to explain the impending danger to your people? It might be hard to get him to believe me, but he's a really nice person. I think I have a good chance. Even if he thinks I'm insane, he won't ignore me completely. Your predictions, they're serious. Even without being a real oracle, I think he might be able to convince his people. I can't promise that it'll work out, but I want to believe it's worth trying. So, what do you say? Yes. Whatever Liao says is good. That's not true. Obviously I said bad things to you earlier and I hurt you. I am sorry. I'm not mad at all. It probably doesn't make any sense, but even after everything he's done, I don't hate him at all. He's a good person. So, if that's all worked out, want to go back home? Yes. Oh, but the spirit paths. No spirit path. I've just hiked for 2 hours. I really don't think I can make it much longer. My feet are killing me. Suddenly, Leopard picks me up, cradling me in his arms. What? I carry you. Wait, hold on, you're going to carry me? I'll be floating to anyone who sees me.
tiring. But okay, for Liao.
Leopard jumps, holding me tight in his arms. He lands on a tree branch, then kicks off once again, leaping between branch after branch with steady, considered jumps that send us moving so fast I can't keep my eyes open. Looks like I'm gonna continue not being able to read. Wow, it's a long way down.
We'll be okay.
I don't think his answer was really in response to what I said, but I can't stop him. It feels a bit like when he kidnapped me. But this time it's more like we're running away together. We're eloping. Once I got back home, as much as I wanted to contact Jia House straight away, Tiger Statue was my top priority. Immediately, I made arrangements to bring the statue back to my family's temple. The repair was going to take some time, so I then went back to Taipei with Leopard. After things settled down, I finally had a chance to invite Jia Hao over, to tell him everything about Leopard and his tribe. At first, I was worried that he wouldn't believe me, but we eventually convinced him, which involved more of Leopard showing off to him rather than him actually believing me off the bat. Turns out a floating table's hard to ignore. Regardless, he agreed to call some relatives back home and warn them about the possible mudslide. Even with Jia Hao's help, it wasn't easy to convince the tribe, but their lives are a serious matter. After a lot of time and effort, we finally managed to organize someone to go there and test the soil surrounding the village. Predictably, the ground was found susceptible to collapse under flooding, and they issued a formal warning to the locals on how to prepare in the case of disaster. I hope it means they're safe if the landslide ever does happen. Taking our opportunity, I have Jia Hao continue to deliver Leopard's warnings to the people of Wutai. Jia Hao himself doesn't want the attention of becoming the new oracle, so he's crafty about it, forwarding Leopard's messages through one of his relatives who in turn makes the changes. Over the past few weeks, it's been clear to see that Leopard's long accumulated anxieties have been finally fading away, although he still worries over not having a proper oracle. I don't think that's going to come so easily. Well, as far as Jia Hao goes, I'd be surprised if his aunt hasn't caught on to something at this point. But I'm not going to bother him over it, it's his family after all. Once Tiger's statue's fixed, I bring him back to Taipei, but these days it kind of feels like he has his own plans, keeping a distance but always reminding Leopard to protect me. When it came time for summer holiday, he asked me to send him back home to gather divine power. I guess he probably hopes to become stronger. I mean, he did get whooped, so. Senpai ended up dropping out of college and going back home. I haven't been able to get in contact with him since. The whole club was sad to see him go, but we all understood his tenuous situation back home. There's really nothing we could do. As for me, I continue my college life with Leopard by my side. When it comes to dancing, Leopard's been helping me get better I keep on being told I'm improving by leaps and bounds, compared to earlier this year. Even though it's all thanks to Leopard and not myself, I'm happy about it after all. Don't you dare, you son of a bitch! Thanks, Liao. I didn't even get to finish reading. Oh, dang. Got that muscle. Today, Jia Hao gave me a few bottles of millet wine as a gift. Apparently, they were brewed locally in a nearby village and fermented with a traditional process involving red quinoa? The millet wine has a light yellow color, very turbid as well. It really doesn't look great to me, but Leopard's eyes light up as soon as he sees it. You like to drink?
Yes, millet wine only, favorite.
So you just like millet wine? Guess I'll have to ask Gia how to get some more next time.
Yes, please.
He's practically bouncing with anticipation as he watches me pour a glass to offer to him. Personally, I don't really drink, and it's for an offering anyway, so I decide to not have any. Leopard takes the glass, bringing it to his lips before licking them as if he had already finished the entire glass. But it seems as though that's not enough to satisfy him, reaching out to one of the bottles and drinking from it directly. Thankfully, I remembered to put the lid back on so he doesn't spill it everywhere this time. Wait, is he going to drink all the bottles in one go? Jiahao did say it tastes best if you drink it as soon as possible. I don't think this is what he meant.
Liao cute.
Huh? I turned to Leopard, his face flushed a rosy red. Huh? So even gods become flushed when drunk. I have a bad feeling about this. Leopard moves in close, beginning to lick my face with his wet tongue. His breath smells of alcohol. It's not strong enough to cause me to choke, but... he's never done this before. What if he's a bad drunk?
Liao, want to eat.
Wait, what? Leopard pins me down before I could finish my sentence. Hey, hold up!
Okay, hold up.
Leopard sits up, but instead of stopping, he lifts me up in his arms, carrying me like a bride. Oh! Whoa! Leopard places me gently onto my bed, then he lies down next to me, pulling me onto his chest, resting his head against mine as he snuggles me. Is he going to... He begins snoring, of course. Honestly, we've lived together for a while now, and this is the first time I've ever heard him snore. He snores exactly like a cat. It's adorable. He really is a bad drunk, though. How could you fall asleep that fast? What the heck? It's better than having to fend him off. I'm a little annoyed, but it's more funny than anything. Liao, no. Even if he didn't fall asleep immediately, you'd still have to reject him. I lie there, buried into his chest, smelling the faint smell of wine on his breath. Maybe I should have Jiahao bring more of this stuff next time. It's kind of nice to see Leopard drunk like this. You know, I wonder if I could use it to have him say how he really feels about me. Why don't you just ask him? My mind goes wild thinking about what could happen next time he gets drunk, and before I know it, I've fallen asleep in his arms. Are you serious? Ever since Leopard was crying, all I could think about is Liao needs to be slapped. He's sitting there. Gallery. Oh, I guess I should. I guess we load back to... No, not after everything he's done. I didn't even know that there was other endings, so... It's not worth it. After everything I've said to him, everything I've said straight to his face, I can't just go back there. What could I even say? He attacked me. He seriously injured Tiger, and then he kidnapped me. What's the point? Just go up there and try to talk to him? I don't know if Jiahao would agree to tell his village. If that fails, Leopard would just capture me again and beg me until I said yes. My body hurts and I can barely move. I don't have the strength or the willpower to even try to go back. All I can do is go home. After waiting for what felt like hours, the bus finally pulled into the stop. The driver seemed concerned about my situation, but I reassured him that I was okay, having just lost my shoes hiking along the trail. I didn't want to make a big deal over it, so I was thankful when I found my wallet and the jacket Leopard had brought me, letting me pay the bus fare without any troubles. Once we stopped back near the city, I was able to buy some cheap shoes in a nearby store before making the rest of my way back to Taipei. The second I walked in the door, I collected Tiger's statue and made my plans to go back home immediately. As a result, I ended up spending the next few days back at my family's temple. To be honest, back home was really not like what I was expecting. Sure, the temple was filled to the brim with handsome guardian tigers, but their traditional values and attitudes really put a damper on things. Can't even enjoy myself. I didn't really feel comfortable talking to them, but I could feel that they all did their best to take care of me, even when I tried to keep my distance. Regardless, I still didn't want to stay back home for long. As soon as Tiger's statue was repaired, I said my goodbyes and went back home, ready to go back to my ordinary college life. Oh god. I tried my best not to think about Leopard, but it's hard to forget the distraught look on his face the moment I left him. Right now, I really don't know if he's okay. Of course I know I can't help him, but in my heart I send him my best wishes. A small wish that he finds a way to save his people, a small wish that he can find happiness. And I'll try my best to find happiness I've been searching for too. I didn't mention this earlier because I thought I could get past it, but like, I choked on some water before I started this, and it really messed me up. There's two more, but I don't know where or like at what point. Maybe this one? I have to go. This might be my last chance. This might be my last chance. I have to risk it. I exit the cave and began to run down the mountain in the dark. Then I died. Ow, crap! I was trying to be cautious, but I still managed to impale my foot on a sharp branch sticking out of the ground. The point wedged all the way through my sock into my foot. Ugh. I pull out the branch and check my foot under the torch of my phone. Red seeps through my dirt-clogged socks. I'm bleeding. I have no choice but to keep on going. After all, I lost my sense of direction a long time ago. I really underestimated the mountains at night. I figured I could make my way under the bright moonlight, but that was far from enough in these overgrown, winding mountain tracks. Even with my phone for light, I still can't see my way. Sharp gravel assaults my feet, and slippery moss takes what little energy I have to keep upright. I walk through the pain knowing I couldn't make my way back even if I wanted to. I don't know where to go. I just know I have to go down. Getting stuck on this mountain is the last thing I wanted, but I can really make it out. Can I really make it out of here? I don't even know where I am. What if I get stuck in a landslide? No one knows I'm here. Even if my classmates call the police tomorrow, no one will come here to search for me. Leopard is my only hope. Can he find me? But if he finds me, my escape will be a failure. Failing doesn't seem to matter now. Failing is better than dying here on the side of some mountain. I step on a bush of sweet potato leaves, but I suddenly realize there's no soil to stop the fall of my step. Ah! I trip forward, tumbling and waving my hands, trying desperately to grab hold of something, anything. But all I succeed at is dropping my phone. When I open my eyes, I find myself lying at the bottom of a cliff. It's not very deep, 3 or 4 meters at most. I check myself. My foot is twisted and my arms and legs bruised badly from rolling down the hill. I can't see much, but there I feel a sharp pain and my skin is wet to the touch. I'm probably bleeding. Ooh, it's gonna be some sweet meat for some random creature outside. Looking up, I see the light from my phone. There's no way I can reach it. My twisted foot hurts to touch. When I try to pull myself up, all I can do is scream out in pain and fall back to the ground. There's no way I can walk. Even if I try to crawl away, my hands would not take me far. As I lie there, the frigid mountain wind begins to gnaw at my remaining body heat. Struggling, I prop myself up against the cliff, trying to put as little of my body into the wind as possible. My efforts are in vain. No matter what I do, there's nothing I can put between me and the wind. I didn't feel cold when I was running, but now I can barely move. My body bruised and bloody against the cold rock wall. Leopard left to find a way to keep me warm. Now there's nothing I can do against the cold. My body aches. Am I going to die here? I hug myself tight. My thoughts slow to a crawl as hypothermia begins to set in. It feels like the shadows of the forest are watching me. Am I seeing things? Maybe it's a wild beast, maybe a yaoguai. I I'm not scared. I'm too cold to be scared. I guess this is it. This is where it all ends. Why? Why did I have to be so stupid? Huh? I don't notice at first, but Leopard's in front of me. He picks me up, draping some clothes over my body. As far as I can tell, it's my jacket from back home.
Liao, silly. Liao, stupid bitch.
I don't have the strength to respond.
Liao, silly, want to go. Go home. Let's go home.
I feel Leopard jump with me in his arms. I feel like I'm going fast, but it's not bumpy in the slightest. All I see is the moonlight against the dark shadows of trees. Go home. I'm going home. I'm free. Soon enough, I lose consciousness, cradled in Leopard's arms. I woke up somewhere, but not my home. It was a shabby cabin, and I had no idea where I was. Leopard was nowhere to be found. After I shouted out for him a few times, a group of strangers came to me. I could see Leopard in the distance behind them. They were the Rukai people of Wutai. I was nervous, but thankfully they were kind to me, treating me as if I were a child lost in the woods. After all I had done nothing wrong. Leopard urged me to proclaim myself the new oracle, but I ignored him. I couldn't talk to him with all the tribe around anyway, refusing to mention Leopard on purpose. Unaware that I had any purpose to be there, they called a police officer to help me home. Predictably, Leopard tried everything he could to stop me from summoning apparitions to throwing debris through the air. Although freaked out, there was no way for anyone to know that I was to be the new oracle. Eventually, the officer arrived to take me to their car, offering me a hot drink and a thermal blanket to keep me as warm as we drive out of the mountains towards Pingtung. Along the way, they asked me if I was lost, but I could only say I didn't remember. Things got even more confusing when they rang my school to find that I had been in class just the afternoon before. After all, there was no way I could make it to Taipei to the deep mountains of Wutai overnight. Between my sudden disappearance and my amnesia, no one was able to explain what happened. The police just had to write it off as a mysterious disappearance. Some of the officers at the station even joked about aliens, time travelers, or espers being among our suspects. Once everything was sorted out, I returned to Taipei, immediately taking Tiger's statue back home. Leopard was still following me, but I always made a point to stand in crowds, refusing to speak to him. Once I reached Mazu Temple, Leopard tried to follow me, but was swiftly driven off by the gods residing there. The main downside of being home was having to deal with the dozens of guardian tigers. Their traditional views got on my nerves, but it was worth it to have Tiger's statue repaired. According to the other gods at the time, Leopard was still trying to reach me, but I just didn't feel like talking to him anymore. After all, nothing had been stopping me from going out to see him. I guess I just wanted to hide. Later, I heard that he was injured in an attempt to break into the temple. I didn't care to go out to look for him. He'd be fine anyway. He's too powerful to lose his life. The only thing he'll lose is me. If anything, it would have served to help him forget about me, give up, and move on. I don't want to be kidnapped ever again. Once Tiger's statue was fixed, we went back to Taipei. I didn't see Leopard on the way back. For a moment I had thought about if he had come back, would I have forgiven him? I really don't know, but it's not something I want to think about anymore. With Tiger by my side, I made it through the rest of my semester without any trouble. I heard that after I left the temple, several other guardian tigers were assigned to protect me. I guess that's why Leopard never ended up coming back. From time to time, I still think about him, how he is, whether he ever managed to save his tribe. Regardless, as Tiger said long ago, it was never my obligation to help him, so it was no longer my business. And honestly, that's okay because now I finally have the peaceful college life I always wanted. Sometimes I just feel a little lonely, nothing more or nothing less. Reading through these knowing that it's going to disappear by itself makes me panic a little bit, trying to read it as fast as I can. Okay, we should have one more. The question is, where is it? Trying to think. Is there an option here? Okay, it might be this one. We need their help. Yeah, I know. Let's just go. Working up my courage, we run, taking a bus and boarding a train, trying as fast as we can to get to the temple. Is public transport really okay? A taxi would be faster.
He wouldn't be able to make a move in front of so many people. This is safer.
Makes sense. In a taxi, the only other person is a driver. I'd rather my life not be a scene from the latest action blockbuster. But I'm still worried. We're nowhere near the temple. Anything could happen.
Don't worry. He has no use for physical transport, and he wouldn't be able to find us on this train regardless.
True. Leopard will probably use the spirit paths to find us. I don't know how they work, but I'm sure he wouldn't be able to reach us while we're moving. No matter what, we're safe on the train. And well, he shouldn't know that we're going to hide at the temple of the Shanghai city god. What if he does figure out where we are, though? He'd just take the spirit path straight there to find us.
Liao, stop fretting. He attacked you first. It's his right to be disciplined for such actions. Fair enough if he retreats, but if he insists on harming you, he's asking for it.
Yeah, if Leopard keeps on chasing me even to the temple, I can't blame the gods there for trying to protect me. But even then, I hope he knows to stop when it gets too much for him. Finally, we make it to the temple of Shanghai. Somehow Leopard has managed to catch up with us. It's the middle of the week, but that doesn't stop the temple from being busy. Leopard stands amongst the crowd, staring at us, eyes imbued with fiery determination.
If you were wise, you would not attack us on this sacred land. Surely the city's gods 12 have their eyes on you by now. If you do insist on attacking, that is on you. I need Liao. You can't have him. Liao, please.
If I say yes, is this just gonna bring me back to the last one? Okay, I guess we'll just go with this and then we'll come back to say no. Leopard, Liao, I know you didn't mean to hurt me, but...
Liao, enough. He tried to hurt you. On this land, after all this time? Are you really going to give him the time of day? He can't take you away. I will not allow it.
I realize that we're being watched by many gods, but none of them can come to meet us. Are they just observing what's going on, or maybe they don't want to interfere? Fine to let things take their course. Tiger's right. Liao, I'm sorry. You better leave.
Okay. Liao, goodbye.
Liao. That day, Leopard left and didn't return. Afterwards, I went home and I cleaned up my room like usual. The next day, I went to college like usual, but things weren't like usual. Leopard is gone. Gone like he was never here to begin with. Every now and then, I still wonder about him and what happened. I still wonder if he gave up. I still wonder what happened to his tribe. Tiger just reassures me that it's none of my business anymore. It was never my responsibility to help him to begin with, or at least that's what I tell myself. As such, my life continues with one big cat left by my side. It wasn't long before Senpai dropped out of college. I guess he had to go back home. I haven't seen him since in any case. I did try to get in touch with him, but once he left he never replied. I just put it down to him being back home, so I gave up trying. After everything is said and done, at least Tiger still stays by my side. Sometimes we argue about me going home, but he never rushes me to make up my mind. My absolutely normal college life continues just like I wanted. I just feel lonely from time to time. And that should be the last one. No? Oh, shoot. That was Guardian Tiger's one. What? Unexpected. Okay, then what about if I say no? Sorry, Liao, after everything you've done, you need to give up. I'm not going with you.
I must have Liao.
Ooh, he's actually gonna fight. Leopard raises his hand.
You fool!
Before me is the verge of a terrible, cruel fight. I just can't. I can't watch it. I turn around, squinting my eyes into a pain expression as I listen. The sounds of spiritual combat echo around me. Other gods seem to have joined in. The sounds alone. I didn't want anyone to be hurt. But these are the consequences of my actions, and leopards, I just... Once the battle was over, Leopard was in agony, severely injured. Thankfully, the City Gods 12 know they can't take things further and let him go, wounded and limping. I look around to see several of the City Gods 12 injured themselves. Damn, he's so strong. He really did try with all his strength. From there, I returned to my studies, my mostly ordinary life. I mean, Leopard never comes back to see me. Senpai asked for leave from college, returning to his hometown. Shortly afterwards, we fell out of touch. Sometimes I think about them and wonder if things could have been different, if I talked to them, if I made a promise to them, if I had done something different. But there's no if in real life. You can't change the past, but now I can focus on what's important to me. Homework, my dance performances, making friends, and all the little things everyone has to deal with over their lives. And at the very least, I still have Tiger by my side, so rather than worrying about the past, I should worry over all the important things I have right now and live my life. Oh, okay. That one has to be the last one. Damn it! In the name of the city. Well, at least I'm getting Tiger's stuff, right? Though at the same time it bothers me because I'm going to be doing Tiger's route next. And I would have rather have his stuff during that time, but it's whatever. It still involves Leopard anyways, so... Where the heck is that first one? So it's not that. I think I'm gonna have to wait until we do the other routes to get the last ending for him, because it looks like I might be having to do too much backtracking. And considering I was able to get 2 of Tiger's one through this route, I'm probably gonna get it in Tiger's or Kitten's one. I am so certain that when we saw a picture of Liao, he wasn't this ripped. He's just normal boy. He's not a twink. I guess my initial thoughts with this, I honestly thought that it wasn't gonna be as slice. Would it be slice of life? I mean, it literally was just I guess because you don't really choose a route, it still kind of involves everyone, and it's only in the very ending where you actually get, or I guess it actually like branches out. I was kind of expecting that like it would have a beginning section, so you have the introduction, we get introduced to all of them, and then the middle section would have been more involved with the person you're trying to pursue, and then the ending cleans it all up, figuring out like how we solve everything. And it was more just that intro section was stretched out until the end, which I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get like more time with Leopard. Like, we didn't get more one-on-ones. In regards to the ending of their relationship, Liao, don't rely on alcohol to get the answer. Just ask him, please. I don't understand why you would have to resort to that. It's just... come on. I guess I don't really have anything else to talk about with Leopard, so
considering how this one was resolved, I'm wondering, like, how things go with Tiger and with Kitten. Especially with Kitten, because with Tiger's one, it feels like it's gonna be pretty easy. It's gonna go, like, 3 ways, I guess. He strictly sticks to dancing and doesn't go back to his family and does that stuff. Goes to his family and deals with that. Or does his dancing and decides to have his family's business, whatever, being a Jatong, as like a backup. Like, I'm old, I can't dance no more. My knees, they are creaky and they ache. Time to go do spiritual stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in Tiger's Row. Have a good day and a good night.
Bye-bye.